Buenas, buenas. Vamos a seguir jugando al Dragon Age Origins. Como este fin de semana no hemos tenido un momento Dragon Age, lo siento mucho. Hoy no hay Hawk. Precisamente porque vengo reventadísima y no era plan. Así que nada. Comparto en redes. Bla 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 bla. Y nos ponemos a jugar. Así que nada, segundica y nos ponemos. Pues bueno, vamos a ello. Nos lo vamos a pasar bien un ratillo. Nos vamos a ver con el Dragon Age Origins. Espero que... Bueno, aquí fue exactamente el punto en el que lo dejamos. Esta es una de las cosas que me gustan de Xbox. Que... En fin. Lotherin. He puesto Lotherin, ¿verdad? Lotherin. Perdón. Yo y mi iglesia.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your Lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most... fortuitous.
Sí, o sea, es que los dejó ahí tirados como un perro, ¿sabes?
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
En Ferelden, ¿vale? En teoría es como una monarquía, pero es una monarquía más selectiva, ¿sabes? O sea, si no tienes el apoyo de los Earls, es decir...
Van Heathen, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Van Heathen, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, your Majesty?
Eso es un golpe bajo.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. I'd guess the pretty one is the leader.
They don't look much like their mother, you know. Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
Now is that any way to greet someone?
Tres
Single
cojones te
10
voy a dar.
silvers and you're free to move on.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Honric. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Pobrecito. Olvídalo, no
Well, I
pienso
can't say I'm
pagar.
pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Me la
Right.
sopla.
We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules. Did she say she's a Grey Warden? Them ones killed the king.
Traitors to Ferelden, I hear. Tern Loghain put quite a bounty on any who are found.
But aren't them Grey Wardens good? I mean, really good? Good enough to kill a king?
You have a point. Well, let's forget about the toll. We'll just leave you to your darkspawn fighting and king-killing ways.
Todavía tenéis suerte.
You don't say.
They is really good, boss. Remember?
Well, yes. 20 silvers? That's all we've collected today. Then take it. Do enjoy your stay in Lotherin and all that.
I can't do that.
Dios, perdón, se me ha ido.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seems like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped
Pero
laughing.
mejor, ¿verdad?
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked. Yes, I know. I was just thinking.
No wonder it took so long then.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first. He was out scouting in the wilds, wasn't he? That's what the king said.
Then attempting to look for him there would be foolish. He is either dead or he managed to flee to the north.
Very sensitive.
I am simply saying that it is foolish to mount a rescue when you have no notion where this man is and the wilds are overrun with darkspawn. You will either find him somewhere outside the wilds with other survivors, or not at all. That's exactly what it means. You wish to do this brother of yours a service? Avenge him. The time to look for survivors will come later.
I think what Flemeth suggested is the best idea. These treaties, have you looked at them? There are 3 main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
¿Por qué dejas las
Well, I
decisiones en
don't
mis
know where we
manos?
should go. I'll do whatever you decide.
Now that is unsurprising.
Arleman is a good
Hola,
man, but I don't know for
micotrejos.
sure he's
¿Cómo
where we
vamos?
should go. I'm not
¿Cómo
going
va
to
el
fight
día?
about it. Short of leaving for Eldon to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away. I'm not sure I like any of it either, but we don't have a lot of choice in the matter.
Of course you have a choice. You could run and forget about it all. Let the Darkspawn do as they wish until other Grey Wardens come. If they come.
That's what you call a choice?
It may not be a good choice, but it's a choice nevertheless. We all choose our path, even when it seems there is only one direction we should go.
How enlightening. At any rate, I'll stay with you whatever you decide.
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Claro, no
Yes, he
tenemos
certainly
otra
wouldn't see
cosa que
that
hacer.
coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
I can't believe that Kunari creature isn't dead yet.
Es verdad, están hablando de... Bueno, aquí...
You don't look like the other folk fleeing the south. Were you in the battle? You don't look chastened, so you're not from the wilds. And you're not a farmer. I'd guess you saw some fighting.
Bueno, aquí vamos a poder reclutar a 2 personajes. Uno es Leliana y el otro es Stan.
I thought them that survived already marched north with the Tairn. You must be a survivor, or a deserter. Lucky you, I guess. Can't promise I'm gonna answer them. What isn't? We got chastened barbarians in every farmholder south of Callanhard running from the Darkspawn. Not that they'll be safe here with the army gone. You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars. He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns, if he returns. Best thing that's happened to Lotherin. Bandits will keep the rabble out, if Sir Bryant and his lot won't. Don't let me stop you.
You there. If you're looking for safe shelter, I'll warn you. There's none to be found.
¡Qué optimistas! Acabo de llegar y ya me están diciendo cosas bellas.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You wouldn't dare. Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
¿Por qué va a querer ayudarte?
Didn't I mention profit?
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
¿No crees que te estás
Would it help these
aprovechando?
folks if they could buy no goods at all?
They spend their very last coin because they are desperate, and this man preys upon them as surely as the bandits outside the city.
Ah, I'm not arguing anymore. Drive off this woman and get your 100 silvers. Otherwise, I'm taking my wagon and leaving. Perhaps. If that woman agrees I'm allowed to charge something.
Do what you must, so long as the prices do not beggar the needy.
Fine, fine, done. And since you don't look too needy, normal prices for you.
So, we have come to solve every squabble in the village personally. My, but the Darkspawn will be impressed.
Thank you
Es
for
lo
your
que toca.
generous assistance. May the Maker watch over your path.
¿No estás de acuerdo? Pues o sea...
The chantry board. Yes, let us run errands for the betterment of mankind as well as a few coppers.
Todos los niños tienen la misma voz.
Have you seen my mother? She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and
Pobrecito,
waiting.
se ha quedado
I can't
huérfano.
see her. He went with William to the neighbours yesterday, but he didn't come back. Why not? Why would she leave me here? But she must be coming. Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village. I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. You're a really nice lady. Kind of like Mother. I should go look for her.
Ay,
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
hola Nika.
To you, perhaps. You would
No
find the
estaremos
moss growing
mucho,
upon a
solo un
stone
ratillo.
interesting.
Hello, stranger. I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps? Old man Barlin said that Darkspawn may be coming soon. He's got traps on his farm. I figured I'd put a few on my lands. Barlin wants to poison his traps. I just want normal traps. None to be had. Barlin has all the traps in the village in his fields. He doesn't have any poison yet, thank the Maker. So his fields are just full of traps. He can be a bit eccentric. I didn't mean to bother you. Sorry.
You got a bed for the night. You taken care of. Don't need blades right now. We need beds, food, and an end to all these sad sots. I don't suppose you know anything of tonics, medicines, or herbs.
Yo no,
And you
pero
may
mi
be able to
colega
do us
sí.
a lot of good. All manner of travelers come through, many injured or sick. We do our best, but we're out of supplies. There's medicinal herbs in the woods to the north. If you make a few poultices, I'll scrape together some sort of payment. I'll write all you need to know in this note here.
Vale.
So Terran Logain is the new...
Well, look what we have here, then. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Logain's men. This can't be good.
Didn't we spend all morning asking about a woman by this very description, and everyone said they hadn't seen her?
It seems we were lied to.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that. Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
Right, let's make this quick.
We are not alone.
Really not
You can get what you like. Stop it. Alright. I get your virus. You can get what you like. Sometimes.
All right, you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
What do you want to tell him? I'll tell him. Right away, now. Thank you.
I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help.
Oh, presenta a Liliana. Hola, Fred. ¿Cómo estamos?
I wasn't born in the Chantry, you know. Many of us had more colorful lives before we joined. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lotherin. Oh, I was. Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along. The Maker told me to join you. Surely, he would not do so without good reason.
Ay, es verdad que con este se cortaba el... Pues nada, el viernes fue mi cumple. Y el fin de semana ha sido de... Pues eso, de celebrar el cumple. Por eso no ha habido directo del Dragon Age.
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down.
Blast it.
Indeed.
Pues sale. Y... ¿dónde está?
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell. A whole mess of refugees come in and leave near every night. All have hungry bellies, sad tales, and mementos for barter. I sold that bleeding merchant outside about half my larder 2 weeks back, and now he's charging outrageous sums for all my food. You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
No está aquí. No es en esta.
Did you speak to that knight yesterday? Said he was from Redcliffe.
To everyone in the town. How are we supposed to know where he's going?
How dare you accuse me of thievery? Saw you take a surprise.
I hope more soldiers make it out of Ostagar. So much tragedy.
Already desperate and frightened. They don't need you two coming to blows. But what about my food? I said enough.
Shokke basit. Abanakyo. You aren't one of my captors. I will not amuse you any more than I have the other humans. Leave me in peace. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
It is as she says. I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples. You mock me, or you show manners I have not come to expect in your lands. Though it matters little now, I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature, trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
I suggest you leave me to my fate. I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this? The people of a farm hold 8 humans, in addition to the children. Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I am responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now. Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret. Death will be my atonement. Perhaps. What does your wisdom say is equal to my crime? The Blight. Are you a Grey Warden, then? Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Oye, eso es ofensivo.
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance, it seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here. Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer. I'm wondering, Morrigan, do you believe in the Maker?
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I'm...
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign of the main horde. We are the only hope of protection this village has, and I will not abandon.
I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach. I am Sir Donald, knight in the court of Al Eamon in Redcliffe. Or I was, prior to his misfortune. A pleasure, my lady. Now then, what can I do for you? What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise. Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
A ver, es que es un Magari. En el mundo de Dragon Age los Magaris son perros de guerra.
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical. Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the urn of sacred ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness. But I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims. I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact. But my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales. Supposedly, the urn contains the ashes of the prophetess Andraste. Surely you know all this. If you're truly interested, there are books here containing a great deal of lore. Nothing I have found leads me to believe that this was anything more than a quest of desperation. With Henrik gone, I need to return to Redcliffe. Perhaps later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, my lady. You have been most helpful.
Pues sí que ha sido de ayuda.
That is all. May the Maker have mercy on us.
And when the Maker spoke, a chant of light scattered in the darkness.
Good day, Sister Leliana. I'm surprised to see you're still in Lotherin.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings. Will you be making a donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater. I understand. Not all are wealthy enough to spare even a few coins for the Maker's favor. What can I do for you then? It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why does he interest you? Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers. And what do you say on this, Leliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
El juego va de lo siguiente, ¿vale? O sea, en el mundo de Dragon Age, ¿vale? Existe una plaga que se hace llamar la ruina, que básicamente convierte a los humanos en una cosa que se llaman engendros tenebrosos, que son una especie de zombies, ¿vale? Que están guiados por un archidemonio que es un dragón corrompido. Entonces, la protagonista, en este caso es Boadica, ¿vale? Tiene puedes elegir varios trasfondos. Es una noble que se une a los guardas grises, que es una orden de guerreros que se dedica a combatir la ruina, ¿vale? Se une a los guardas grises después de que su familia muera masacrada y tal. Entonces, para unirse a los guardas grises lo que tienen que hacer es beber sangre de engendro tenebroso, entonces se quedan vinculados al archidemonio y sienten lo que van a hacer, ¿vale? Entonces, la idea es que se había unido el reino de Ferelden, guiados por el rey, ¿vale? A los guardas grises y a los... Sí, nada bueno. A los guardas grises y a algunos magos del círculo, ¿vale? Los magos están encerrados en círculos, que es una especie de cárceles, escuelas, porque le temen al poder mágico, entonces... Bueno, sigo. Y bueno, el caso es que durante la batalla el rey es traicionado por Lotherin, que es como su mano derecha, y mueren todos menos 2 guardas grises. Y ahora pues estamos en Lotherin, que es un pueblo que está un poco más allá de Ostagar, que es de donde venimos.
And then shall the Maker return to the Black City in heaven. And then shall the chant of light make it pure. Let all mankind
No,
be
I
humble.
don't think so.
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the
Y
word
estamos a ver
dispels the darkness of honor.
si vamos reuniendo aliados. En principio lo que vamos a hacer es utilizar los tratados de los guardas grises que obligan a ciertos pueblos a combatir la ruina en caso de que ésta se produzca, que son los elfos darisanos.
Are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts.
A ver, el loco.
Please, you're scaring the children. Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There, one of their minions is
Sí,
already
está un
amongst
poco...
us. This woman bears their evil stench.
Un poco a poco. Y bueno, pues ahora estamos reuniendo aliados y eso, o sea, vamos a utilizar los tratados de los guardas grises para reunir a los elfos de Alis, los elfos de Alisano.
I watch the Black Horde descend on my people. I will not be silent.
Los enanos del Zamar y los
Isn't
magos
he
del
right?
círculo.
The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us. No, I have seen them. You cannot run. You cannot fight.
He puesto este porque con el que tengo puesto lo normal se corta el texto y no lo podéis leer.
There is nothing to do. No hope is left. Are you calling me a coward?
Te estoy llamando idiota.
I have saved
Me encanta. Eso es tan boadica. Te estoy llamando idiota.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us. You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight.
No se
What are we
nota,
supposed to do?
no se nota nada que me sube las habilidades de conversación, ¿verdad? Apañado, ya se les ha pasado. Ay, de verdad, qué angustia de peña.
You're such a handsome dog. I think that every time I look at you. Lady Cecily, I lived with her after my mother died, had a dog. A small one bred to fit under the arm and in the lap. What did you name it? Oh, yes, Bonbon. Oh, Bonbon was a terror. He would hide, you know, when he saw you coming. And then he would attack your ankles. Rather sharp teeth in the ankles. Very painful.
Yo los llamo
He attacked me
perribolso.
once, latched onto my leg. I thought it was a diseased rat and kicked. Bonbon flew across the room and over the banister. He survived. But he never came near me after that.
Creo que aquí Robo no está. Vamos a mirar. Ah, sí, hay Robo. Pero... como yo llevo un guerrero, tiendo a mejorar coerción, supervivencia y entrenamiento de combate. Como llevo otros personajes que se pueden utilizar, en este caso, pues por ejemplo, Leliana sí que llevará robo o lo que sea. Bueno, robo no, cuando aparezca. A ver, cuando aparezca Zebran, que todavía le queda un poco.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it. So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
¿Te acuerdas de este señor?
I have spent my life in the vanguard. I know war, and your lands need all the help they can get. And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement. And I will find it myself. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Pues me pillas porque no tengo nada, vale, dame un segundo que voy a por la hidratación, que no tengo, vale, entonces ahora vengo, os dejo aquí mirando los perretes. Buen perrete. Sí, me has hecho levantarme desde Canarias, mala gente. Anda, ven aquí, gordo, ven. ¿Quieres saludar? Ven, saluda, anda. Odi, ven aquí, ven. Ven, perrete, ven. Vamos a saludar. Sí, no. Gracias, Fred. Odi, mira ahí. No. A mí no. Diola. Perrete. ¿Ya está? ¿Sí? ¿Ya está? Ya está, sinvergüenza. ¿Bajas? Venga, pues baja, anda. Vete a tu sitio. Ahí a tu sitio. A tu sitio. Sí, 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 yo te quiero mucho, Odi, sí. Ahora, ya estamos. No, yo creo que estamos bien, como estamos ahora mismo. A ver. Mapa. Diana tiene robo subido. Chao.
Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder? You can get on my back. Alright, alright. I'll get on it. Got it. Now's better than later. Can I get you a ladder? You can get on my back. Got it. I'll get on it. Got it. Can I get you a ladder? You can get on my back. I'll get on it. Now's better than later.
Oh, this should be smooth.
It is done. An order.
Y eso subí a nivel. Ah, que no he hecho la hidratación. Con limonada casera de mi padre. Sí. Rico, 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 rico.
Begin the onslaught. It's your time to die. Got it. I'll get on it. Now's better than later. Got it. All right, all right. Can I get you a ladder? You can get off my back. I'll get on it.
Buen perrete, Odi. Sí, tengo un perrete en el juego que se llama como tú, Odi. Estamos haciendo las misiones de Lotherin porque luego no podremos hacerlas.
Foolish creature. It should know better than to attack. Someone's gonna fall out of your way to me! Got it. Now better than that. All right, all right. What?
I finished.
No, no se consideran cuernos.
Yes?
Have any luck finding herbs in the woods? This will help many people. You're a good sort, you know.
Let him take notice and shine upon thee, for thou hast done his work this day.
misiones secundarias. Porque luego no vamos a poder volver, así que... Ah, que está ahí tumbado. Odi, ¿qué estás haciendo? ¿Qué estás haciendo tú ahí? ¿Estás cómodo? ¿Sí? Mi amor. Perrito guapo. Es que tiene una expresión muy... ¿Cómo se dice? Lobos. Maravilloso.
Foolish creatures. Got it. Now better than later. Ready. Can I get you a ladder? No chance at all. Alright. Now's better than later. Now's better than later. Alright. I'm trying to be merciful.
Puede. Se me ha venido a la cabeza. Se me ha venido a la cabeza.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just. And the stars stood still, the winds did quiet, and all animals of earth and air held their breath. All was silent in prayer and thanks.
Hasta porque de misiones solo tengo a Dios en el camino. Así que nada, ya no tengo nada más que hacer aquí. Así que nos vamos. ver, no te quedes relajado.
It's done.
Y ahí se ya puede abrir los cofres.
We done heard what was said. You're a warden. I don't know if you killed King Caelan, and make her forgive me, I don't care. But that bounty on your head could feed a lot of hungry bellies. Attack!
Why are we always attracting them?
Si no tenemos que pegar con la gente, tío, o sea...
You're in a little over your head.
Porque tengo que matar a gente porque vienen y me atacan. Esto es defensa propia.
You can get off my back.
Defensa propia. Y encima no tienen nada que poder saquearles. Qué desgracia, tío. Qué desgracia. Más grande. Pues ahora nos vamos.
Away with you, foul creatures! Leave us alone!
I'll get on it. Got it. Alright. Get off my back. I'll get on it. Now later. Got it. Alright. Got it.
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
Estos personajes ya son muy conocidos dentro de la saga.
The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sandal. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way. Grey Wardens? My, that does rather explain a lot. No offence, but I suspect there's more excitement on your path than my boy and I can handle. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune, though.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
Gracias, Dana, por el lurk.
We'll be off as soon as this mess is cleaned up. Thank you kindly for all your assistance.
Hello.
Bad dreams, huh? Well, it is real, sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight. He did. He said he felt the Archdemon's presence. Everyone just assumed he was guessing. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me, too. Other than dying young and the whole defeat the Blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on. What do you need? You don't have to do that. I know you didn't know him as long as I did. I should have handled it better. Duncan warned me right from the beginning that this could happen. Any of us could die in battle. I shouldn't have lost it, not when so much is riding on us, not with the Blight and everything.
Obviamente es para quemar los malos rollos.
I'd like to have a proper funeral for him. Maybe once this is all done, if we're still alive. I don't think he had any family to speak of. I suppose he did. It probably sounds stupid, but part of me wishes I was with him, in the battle. I feel like I abandoned him. Yes, I know. I think he came from High Ever, or so he said. Maybe I'll go up there sometime. See about putting up something in his honor. I don't know. Have you had someone close to you die?
Bueno, sí, bueno, en toda mi familia. ¿Te estoy viendo? Sí, te estoy viendo, mi amor.
Oh, of course. How stupid of me to forget. Here I am going on and on about Duncan.
O sea, es como si...
I am so sorry.
Se me ha muerto toda la familia.
Really, I mean it. It was good to talk about it, at least a little. I'd like that. So would he, I think.
Pero esos nos habían dicho que no iban a venir. No, de que los parió,
Why are we stopping? There are darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful? I am Kunari. I have given my word to aid you. We are not people of idle promises. No. Get used to disappointment. People are not simple. They cannot be summarized for easy reference in the manner of the elves are a lithe, pointy-eared people who excel at
¡Ay,
poverty.
el racismo contra los elfos!
Many humans have said that to me. I do not understand it. If I were indeed hostile, you would be bleeding.
Entonces esto lo llama ser
Couldn't you
pacífico.
tell? I am. I have always fought in war, human. As you wish.
Qué majo, ¿eh?
Yes? Well, here I am. I knew this would come up sooner or later.
¿Qué, mi amor? ¿Qué?
I
¿Qué?
don't
Ay,
know how to
ay,
explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an
¿Quieres subir?
impenetrable
Anda,
darkness.
sube, venga.
It was so dense, so real. And there
Luego
was a
nos vamos
noise,
a ir,
a
¿sabes
terrible,
dónde?
ungodly
Jolín,
noise.
cuando acabe con
I
esto.
stood on a peak
Sí,
and
¿sabes
watched
dónde nos
as
vamos
the
a ir tú y
darkness
yo?
consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell.
Ven aquí, anda.
And the darkness drew me in.
Sí, sí. Venga, sube, sube. Ay, 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 ay.
I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? When I
¿Qué es
woke,
esto?
I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the
Ay,
rosebush
no
in
va a
the corner
salir.
had flowers.
No va a salir.
Everyone knew that bush was dead.
Dame un
It was
segundo,
grey and
¿vale?
twisted and
¿Qué?
gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose.
Que
It was
tenía un
as though the
problema con
Maker
eso.
stretched out his hand to say,
Espera, no te
even
preocupes,
in
no
the
te
midst of this
preocupes.
darkness, there is hope and beauty.
En teoría,
Have
ahora sí
faith.
debería salir. Ya está, ya está. Vale, ya está. En principio ya con este overlay también debería salir.
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe
¿Quién
I
es mi
jumped.
gorda?
I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything? That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a blight to stop.
¿Quién es el bebé? Odin, mira. Ven aquí. Mira, mira aquí, aquí. Aquí. Sí.
What do you wish of me? If you must. Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be? Sometimes I do wonder the very same thing. Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire. As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her. Many centuries before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the Bard and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conobar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conobar the jealous lord who looked on from afar. Lord Conobar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed. The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conobar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge. That was not the point. Conobar had no honor, so she would not have him. Flemeth begged the spirits to aid her, and 'twas they who slew Conobar. The demon the legend tells of came later. Lord Conobar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies. The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the great war with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began. You ask if I have sisters. I have asked of this myself. The stories tell of many witches of the wilds after all, not just the one. And these tales existed long before I did. Flemeth refuses to speak of other daughters, if they existed. So, should I believe I am her first? I doubt that too. I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all. Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless. Ah, then you have my sympathies, for what it is worth. Which is very little, I am certain. It matters not. Let us move on.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fenwick, at your service, once again. I saw your camp and thought to myself, what safer place to rest for the evening than in the camp of a Grey Ward? I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes? Anything, everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits.
Estás sonriendo.
If there were spare hands
Sí,
to hire
sonríe.
as guards, I would have done so
Sonríe,
long
esto, mi
ago.
bebé. Ay, el bebé.
I can see why you might be suspicious, being a Grey Warden and all. Were I in your shoes, I would feel the same way. Trust me when I say that my encountering you here was serendipity and nothing more. I travel a lot, so I'm bound to meet everyone on the road eventually. If you prefer, I'll take my boy and be on my way. But regret, you're the safest spot on this road, without a doubt.
¿A que sí?
I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
He dado sin querer al botón y se me ha vuelto loco todo.
Hello. The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him a... what was it now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed. He can fold lyrium into almost any weapon or piece of armor, though naturally some of the more extravagant materials will take more lyrium than others. It's a process that some of the master smiths back in Orzammar will perform, but my boy here is just as adept at it. Isn't that right, boy?
Enchantment!
And there you have it.
Enchantment!
die, you little... Your furry friend here took offense at me getting near his food. He snapped at me, look.
Buen chico, dale una lección. Solo ha sido un aviso, podría haberte arrancado la mano.
Sometimes I forget that he's a war dog. That'll teach me. I once heard a really old legend about how the hound warriors in the days of the old tribes would feed their Mabari the flesh of the vanquished. Well, that's what I heard anyway. It would sometimes be human flesh. Oh, like you can tell the difference. For all you know, maybe you've already been fed something. Someone.
Deja de asustar a mi perro.
Look at what your fool dog placed in my pack. A putrid, half-eaten hare is not something a woman wants to find in her unmentionables. The dirty mongrel can have this back. There. And tell him not to do it again. I just did.
Pobrecito.
I don't want it, you worthless fur bag. Oh, he's just trying to be manipulative, I can tell. I do it too.
You are a true warrior and worthy of respect.
Tranquilamente, me encanta. Pues lo vamos a dejar aquí. Y así el Lodi sale. El de verdad, no el del juego. Así que voy a ver quién está conectado y esas cositas. Y os mando para allá un ratete. Y tal. Justo vienes ya cuando me voy a ir. Yo me meo. Estamos guardando. Ahí tiene la respuesta. Ay, ¿cuántas está? Bueno, esta es la última que hacemos. Vamos a dejar aquí. No me importa que miréis mis cosas de aquí. Mientras tanto, os voy a mandar por ahí. Nos vemos mañana. Por la mañana, probablemente. Así que nada, pasadlo bien, esas cosas. Besitos. Nos vemos pronto.